Tesla stock is way down, almost disastrously so.
Yeah.
Vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles. Please don't vandalize. Don't ever vandalize Tesla.
That's what I find so strange. The same people that are vandalizing Teslas and burning down charging stations and keying them are the same people that believe that all this carbon emissions and this and that going into the atmosphere is dramatically changing our climate. I don't disagree that it is changing our climate, but it's not as rapid and at such a rapid rate that these people claim to be. Y'all do realize that you burning charging stations and burning Teslas and this and that, you do realize that that pumps a tremendous amount into the atmosphere. Yet y'all are claiming to fight against it. Like what?
Vehicles. And so
I know it's a dark time, but I was saying on my phone, I don't suddenly notice on the iPhone,
Oh,
they've got that
Tampon
stock out.
Tim.
I added Tesla to give me a little boost during the day.
Yeah, I bet you did.
You walk around with a tampon right now.
Now, I just want to be clear. No one at this table condones violence, right? Setting cars on fire, breaking windows, whatever. All of that is bad.
Yeah, but y'all are the party that continues to back this type of stuff up. That's the problem. Like the stuff with, what is it, Dylan Mulvaney or Dylan Mulvaney or whatever their name is, the transgender person with the Bud Light and Budweiser. You didn't see us going around keying people's cars if they bought a 6-pack or a 12-pack or a 24-pack. You didn't see us going around burning small businesses down. You didn't see us going around burning cars that purchase Bud Light and Budweiser products. You didn't see us going around harassing physically or verbally, or whether it's over social media or not, people that still bought Bud Light and Budweiser. No, you know what we did? We shot at beer cans, like target practice basically, which is pretty much what everybody does. Any normal American, any normal human being that owns a rifle or a handgun or anything, target practice, it's easy, it's simple. You know, it's going to go to the scrapyard anyways if you recycle. But we made sure that we boycotted it. We didn't go around vandalizing property. That's the problem with you people. Y'all are so deranged. You allow your emotions to dictate your actions.
The question is, I mean, is it okay for an American company to just be hated, for people to want it to not do well?
Yeah, it's okay for that. But to vandalize property and to cause all this type of stuff happening, you do realize too, like people have stocks in Tesla, right? You do realize that people, you're not trust me, you're not hurting Elon Musk. The people that actually believe this is mind-numbing to me. You're not hurting Elon Musk. You're hurting the same people that you so call fight for or fight with. You're not hurting Elon Musk. Trust me. Trust me.
I think go back to point one. When you set a car on fire, you should go to jail.
Yes.
You're a criminal.
Yes.
I don't think we have to talk about it in any other context. And all those cars have cameras in them, and those dealerships have cameras. You're beyond being stupid when you do that. You're going to go to jail, and you now have a government that just got their mandate. They can't wait to find idiots that do this. You're going to spend 5 to 20 years in prison. If they get them on terrorism, which I think is a stretch, they will have no parole, no shortened sentence. They'll rot in hell in prison for 20 years.
Dang.
Frankly, as far as I'm concerned, that's okay. Breaking in, shooting a car, setting on fire, nothing to do with the politics, nothing to do with Tesla. You are a criminal, and you should go
what about the broader
to
question
jail.
about the protest factor? I mean, you heard
What
Tim Walz.
protest? You're a criminal.
I'm talking about Tim Walz and his comments about the Tesla stock. He says it gives him a boost to see that stock going down.
That poor guy didn't check his portfolio and his own pension plan for state. It's beyond stupid what he did. He's talking down a 3.5% weighting in his own pension plan. I mean, what's the matter with that guy? He doesn't check the well-being of his own.
You know what's the matter with him? He even lied. He literally has lied about serving and being overseas, and he got caught during the vice president thing with JD Vance. During the vice president debate, he got caught. He couldn't come up with why he said what he said. He's a liar. That's all he does. His forehead shines brighter than the sun. He is a liar. He is a absolute liar.
Constituents
Well,
in the
I
state,
mean,
that's their
to
investment
your
fund.
point,
What a bozo.
The Minnesota Tesla State Board of Investment, they have 1.6 million shares in Tesla in their retirement fund, 211,000 shares in a non-retirement fund. It's a relatively small.
This is pretty funny because I literally was just talking about this.
That's
amount,
crazy.
That's one company, one single stock, and that's because Tesla is a huge part
he's in
of
glee?
the tech growth. But this is not the first time that companies have been in the crosshairs of protests. I mean, Republicans have protested companies all the
A
time.
man that put tampons in men's bathroom versus the man that just went to go get astronauts that were stuck in space.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Hold on, I gotta rewind. What did she just say about him?
Not the first time that companies have been in the crosshairs of protests. I mean, Republicans have.
This isn't a protest. Your side is not protesting. They're vandalizing property. Property that hard-earned Americans have spent thousands of dollars on. And not only that, but they have to pay. I guarantee they got car loans or vehicle loans or they're leasing the vehicles. Like, they're not protesting. See, this is the problem with you people on the left is you're so desensitized from reality. It's mind-numbing.
Protested companies all the
A
time.
man that put tampons in men's bathroom versus the man that just went to go get astronauts that were stuck in space.
Well, it's just funny because his state, their pinches rely
Own
on
Tesla.
their stock. So you're cheering for your own state's demise
And
because of your
political
takes.
We have
Yeah.
a real problem in the human race right now, actually, though. Like, this is just beyond me.
It's mental illness.
This is almost our vice
It is.
president.
It's mental
Yeah.
How would
illness.
he have been in the meeting with
That's what some have been saying for since I was in high school. Like, make mental health great again. People. Why is it that women are on the most antidepressants and all this crazy ass pharmaceutical drugs and this and that ever recorded in history? Yeah, we could argue that maybe we haven't had this kind of medical or these pharmaceuticals in the past, but that's besides the point. Okay? It's not rocket science to know that women have an abundance of promiscuity going on right now. Most women vote left. Most women are propagandized. But why are they on all these antidepressants and why are they miserable, more miserable than they ever have in ever recorded history? I'll tell you why. Because they have lost their place in the world. And it's not just women, it's men too. There's a lot of men. What lacks in the Democratic Party is masculinity. There's not one single masculine guy or man in the Democratic Party that I can even think of. I can't even think of one. I can't even put one even to thought. The most masculine man I can think of in the Democratic Party would be Jasmine Crockett. And she's not even a man. She's not even male. She's a female. I think she's so ghetto. It's wild.
Zelensky.
Nah, they
That's all right, Zelensky.
They didn't get a swing state.
But I'm just saying, like,
People vouch for him. That's the problem.
if if people would have listened to the media all the way, the common people, then he would have been our vice president.
Imagine
that didn't happen.
Kamala as president
Thank
right
God.
now. Oh,
That didn't
goodness.
happen.
If Trump didn't do this, he might be our vice president.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not worried about Democrats anymore. They can't get a swing state. Who is their candidate? They have no leader. They can't. They're
Yeah,
not.
I know.
I'm not worried about them anymore.
Hold
I'm worried
on.
about.
So from what I've gathered and from what I'm hearing, I'm recording this on March 22nd, 21st? From what I'm gathering, from what I'm hearing, AOC is their new leader. Why is it that the Democrats are continuously trying to put a colored woman as president? I'll tell you why. Because the left has the mindset of judging a book by its cover. Not don't judge a book by its cover. They have the mindset of don't judge anybody based on merit, integrity, skill, dignity, self-respect, morals, etc. They believe in judging a book by its cover. If you're not colored, if you're not black, if you're not a female, then they don't want to have you running, because the Democratic Party, what they want to do is they're putting the party before the people. They want to become the first party out of the two to have not only a colored person yet again, because, you know, we've already elected Barack Obama not once but twice. So there's been a colored person as president. They want to become the party again to not only put a colored person back as president, but to put a female. Democrats are always going to put the Democratic Party, above the American people. And that's the problem with the Democrats in the left-wing system. You should be putting the American people above your party. You should be putting morals, ethics, and integrity, and self-respect and dignity above your party.
The human race at this point. Who are the people that's voting for this? Who are the people that's thinking that
The people who listen to the media.
that Tim is someone over or
Educated
just like
white women.
more of a man than Elon Musk? Come on, bro. This is insane, bro.
Two narratives.
It's a violation of
You're saying
Isn't it
fundraising.
also, one second. Isn't it also true, though, Angela, that this is lobbying, right? Like, if you're a company, you can.
No, there's a
you
cooling
can-
off period.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you can contribute to whoever you want, and
After
the hope is
cooling
that
off
they're
period.
going to
Why?
know that you want certain priorities.
Why is she on here? Her. Why are you here? Why is this? It's the same thing with every black woman. Look, their hair is always parted, like a laser went through it. Their hairlines are almost all the way in the back of their fucking skull. Why? 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 It's like they're built and designed to have a weave. The fuck?
He literally tweeted to the members of.
But I will not lie. She is very pretty. If she didn't have the left-wing mindset and just the absolute stupidity and the IQ equivalent to a house net, I would definitely marry her. 1,000%. I would want her to have my children. She is very pretty.
The oldest profession on
You don't have to
earth
touch me.
is not.
He literally tweeted to these members,
I did that
"Thank you
nicely.
for doing this. I don't want you to touch me. That's my
I
personal
won't
space.
ever do it again.
Thank
Thank
you."
you.
But he literally says, he says thank you to the members
He
who
wants to call it
introduced
that
articles
word.
of impeachment. That is an exchange of value. That is a violation.
Let's
of
talk about the two
law.
narratives going on simultaneously.
dumbest thing
The
I've ever
oldest
heard.
profession on earth is not prostitution. It's politicians raising money. That has happened from the beginning of time. That's going on forever and will continue forever. This issue around judges, this is pure politics. Get over it. This is what we live in today, every day. No laws have been broken. You don't like it? Too bad.
A company like Ben and Jerry's, the CEO says that he was fired because, you know, Ben and Jerry's, they put out a political statement about virtually everything, and
Hey, they make some badass ice cream, I'll tell you what.
they've been pretty, strident against a lot of the things happening in the Trump administration. If it is true that he was fired for that reason, what do you say to that?
I think it's remarkably unfair. Shout out to Ben and Jerry's because they've taken some really incredible stances. We're talking about people who should be locked up and go to jail. It's the same party that's rooting for and seeking a pardon for Derek Chauvin.
Okay. Oh my God. But y'all did preemptive pardons for Fauci and all of, like, Hunter Biden and all of Biden's other family and this and that. Not only that, but y'all preemptively pardoned Dr. Fauci to 2014, which I don't know if anybody needs a history lesson, but in 2014, gain-of-function research became illegal in the United States. Look it up. Why is it that you have all these years that you could have preemptively pardoned Dr. Anthony Fauci? You could have done it a year. You could have made it 90 days. You could have done it, I don't know, 20 years. I don't know how any of that works. But the 1 year do you decide to pardon him, preemptively pardon Dr. Anthony Fauci to 2014, when gain-of-function research became illegal in the United States under Barack Obama. Makes you scratch your head a little bit. Makes you wonder.
It is
Nobody's
so rich to
doing
me
that.
to see
It
that
was
folks don't understand when
a
folks
few,
use their
not everybody.
platforms of privilege to ensure that the least of these among us have a voice in the process. I don't condone violence, but I wish people would take a look in the mirror and see what's actually happening. This is not an America First company.
Look in the mirror? What? Girl, you need to look in the mirror before you get dressed in the morning. Why are you wearing leopard printed glasses? Get them off. Get them off. You don't need them. You don't need glasses. Okay? You don't need them. Look in the mirror. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
It's a South African first company.
What?
That's what Tesla is.
What?
You're an
This
idiot.
is the same party that talks about America first and make America great again, but they're giving someone unfettered
Michael.
access who is an immigrant.
Why
And
is
if you
she
leave it
there?
to this party to talk about.
Giving unfair access to someone who's an immigrant.
Yeah. He's an immigrant. He's a legal immigrant. He came here legally. He didn't come here illegally with bad intentions. You know why? He came here legally with good intentions. There's a reason why Elon Musk created Blaster in 1983 at the age of 12, created PayPal, created SpaceX, created Tesla, created Neuralink, created Starlink, created the Boring Project, OpenAI. Now it's I think now he's doing Grok because Sam Altman kind of screwed him over and screwed him out of OpenAI, which is now known as ChatGPT. Yeah. Yeah. Gee, I wonder why. Bro, this girl is so... Why do you make so much money? Why? You make so much money to spew your moronic ass opinions and your dumbass shit. You have no idea. You literally have... My son that could barely color in the lines in a fucking kindergarten coloring book has a higher IQ than your dumbass. Those glasses have a thicker circumference than your entire IQ since you were born. You fucking stupid motherfucker.
There's no space for immigrants.
Okay.
No. Some of us are here by force.
Some of us are
What?
No, you're right. That's exactly what y'all
just
think.
said?
What do you mean some of us are here by force? It's such a privilege to live in this country, you piece of shit. I come from a military family. Men and women died for your right to sit at that fucking table and spew the shit that you're spewing. And you want to sit there and say that some of us are forced to be here. Well, then get the fuck out of here if you're forced to be here. Get the fuck out of here. Go to fucking Mexico. Go to Guantanamo Bay. Go to fucking Russia. Go to fucking France. Go to fucking Japan. Go to fuck to China. Get the fuck out of here if you're forced to be here. You privileged fucking entitled bitch. What the fuck?
That's exactly what y'all think.
That is ignorant as fuck.
What I'm saying
that just
is
actually,
tainted because
I'm gonna say, that actually literally just pissed me off. That legitimately just fucking pissed me off. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. That just fucking pissed me off.
from South Africa, and he's really
Oh, you
brilliant.
know what is so
This is
funny
crazy.
about that? Y'all are also the party of the birtherism movement.
Wow, he's
The
a
what?
tainted immigrant.
No.
Wow.
That's what you all would have liked
Where's
to say
the
about
class
Barack
on this?
Obama.
Where do I fit? I'm Irish Lebanese. Am I like second class, or where am I?
You tell me, ask your party.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
so,
I didn't
so,
know I
so,
had
so
political.
there's not. Angela's entitled to her views. There's not a single person in terms of leadership in the Republican Party who wants to get Derek Chauvin out of prison. That was a ludicrous idea that came out from some people who are on social media who are podcast hosts. Number two, Elon.
Hold on, before he says number two, I want to call it out right now. I said this months ago. We should pardon Edward Snowden. Pardon Edward Snowden and put him with the Trump administration. 1,000%.
Musk's company is an American company. Now, you don't like his views. I respect that. You're entitled to that.
It's not just about me not liking his
But it
views.
is an American company, Angela, that employs a lot of American people.
That's true.
Black,
Yes.
white,
It's what-
Latino.
I'm not.
Shut up. Let him talk. You just spewed your moronic ass, dumbass, fucking unfactual opinions for minutes on end and nobody interrupted you. Shut your big fucking dumbass looking up. You look like, what's that character off of Monsters Inc? What's that character? The fuck, what's that chick's name? What is it? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Yeah, her. Yeah, you look like her. Shut up. Yeah, shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Let the man talk.
You guys are misunderstanding my point.
No one's
The point
misunderstanding
is
you.
Dumbass.
Inside the GOP, I'm not rooting for the demise of the company. I'm asking for there to be fairness across the aisle about how we see immigration. That we don't prefer South African refugees, as they're now being called, when their land was stolen, as some of your party are saying right now.
Do you not understand how... Bro, this makes me want to smack myself in my own... This makes me want to uppercut myself. Do you not understand how fucking racist you sound? You stupid bitch. That fucking laser that went through to part your fucking hair went inside your brain and out. You have no fucking brain cells left. It's like a bowling ball up in that bitch. There's no motherfucking grooves. There's no neurology even involved anymore. Your IQ is less than a gnat. You have like the drain plug of IQ. You have the IQ equivalent to a garbage disposal that won't even turn on. The fuck am I fucking listening to?
Derek Chauvin is not just a random podcast idea. This is also the party that wanted to get rid of the Department of Justice police database for transparency and accountability when crimes were committed against American people.
And on the Derek Chauvin point, I mean, the question was asked by a conservative reporter.
And the the White House said no. I mean, why are we debating this? I mean, the White House.
We're debating it because this is what the party is about.
So that's not what the party is about. Well, what is the Democratic Party about? Can you answer that question?
Sure, happy to.
Because most people in your party aren't even happy. Are you the direction of your party?
I'm happy to talk about that too. Are you?
I'd love to know. Please educate me and the rest of the American people watching this show.
See how she deflected? She ain't want smoke.
Straight up deflecting.
I just don't understand.
I just think Angela Rye was like purely just throwing things out from her perspective, her emotional perspective. Nothing she said was rooted in fact. Oh, that's what your party thinks. False. You're making a generalized statement. You cannot call and claim to be an intellectual and make a generalized statement based on the basis of a couple things you saw on social media. That's dumb. You're not intelligent.
1000%.
And you notice that everyone just kept poking holes in her argument, and she just kept deflecting to a further point. Oh, this is not a South African. It's not an American company. It's a South African company. You're an idiot. Tesla is an American company. The headquarters is in America. He only owns.
That's what blows my mind. Tesla employs thousands and thousands of American jobs. Elon Musk is practically like the next Henry Ford. And you want to sit there and say,
oh, well, some of us are forced to be here.
Well, then get the fuck out of here. The fuck? Like, what the hell am I fucking... You entitled bitch. It's a privilege to live in the United States of America. Someone like me, it's a massive privilege to not only live in this country, but be a part of this country.
It's headquartered in America. It's the cars are manufactured in America, and they employ Americans. That's an American company.
Thank you.
The only reason she said that is because Elon Musk is from South Africa.
I know that, but
they always try to deflect and bring up the fact that he's an immigrant to America. But this is supposed to be the party of pro-immigration. This is the party that loves immigrants. But now that you have an immigrant that's going against you, oh, he's an immigrant. He ain't one.
We have an immigrant that came here legally and has made almost as many companies as I can count on both of my hands. But you're against him because now he's doing DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. I guarantee if there was no corruption, fraud, and abuse in our government, I guarantee he would not be doing what he's doing. He posts all the receipts on not only on X, or formerly known as Twitter, but they have their own website and they post the receipts. It's not my fault, nor many of other people's fault, that y'all don't want to take your own time to go out and do your own research and go out and actually look at these receipts that they've posted through time. Okay? I own my own company. I own my own business. Okay? I still have the time to go and look at these things. You know why? Because I make time. Because I can walk and chew gum at the same time.
No, that's talking about Obama. What?
They're not bright at all. Like, that's why I'm genuinely confused.
Well,
like,
they're
this
not popular either.
Like, it very much confused me.
But when you have people like that in your party, it's literally impossible to be popular. These are the type of people in high school that just start yapping. You're like, yeah, no, I want to hear something.
But what we should have known, her podcast name is The Native Pod.
I hate the stolen land thing, bro. That is like,
that's what she talks about.
Everybody stole land back in the day.
I just think if you claim to understand history, you understand that every nation was claimed by conquerors and settlers. So the strongest
Thank
came
you.
in and they said, "It's my shit. Kill me or it's ours."
I mean, that's
And that's what it was.
how
That's
can you
literally
bring that-
history to a
That's
T.
how the world works.
Thank you. All right, here we go again.
That and Tim Wall saying, I get a kick out
Hey,
of
first of all,
this.
Tim Walz is a complete moron to me. I have to be very honest.
Thank
and
you.
I'm not surprised why the American people did not choose him. Nothing against the vice president. With that said, Elon Musk employs 80 plus thousand Americans.
Yep.
Most of them are working class people. The
Yep.
implications of the stock, let's say this were to continue.
Look at you with your smug ass look on your face. If it wasn't for the people that Elon Musk has employed, you wouldn't have the privilege to sit there and have that smug ass look on your face. If it wasn't for the people like my grandfathers and people in my family that fought for your right to sit at that fucking table and not have to worry about a gun going down your fucking throat, you're able to sit there with that smug ass look and put all that dumbass makeup on your face and get that fucking laser fucking stupid ass cut with your hairline all the way to the back of your fucking head. Yeah. Those are the people that are making a difference. Not you. Not you. Not you. The fuck, man. It's wild. The unbelievable entitlement from this fucking bitch.
You on for another year, so I'm just throwing out a hypothetical. Will the company at some point have to decrease its workplace? Most of those people, I would imagine, probably vote for Democrats, at least some of them. So now you're impacting people who likely share your worldview because you disagree with Elon Musk. Don't buy the car. Just like those guys are saying.
That's what's also funny. I guarantee 80% plus of people that bought Teslas in the past since Tesla even came out with their first vehicle to public are probably Democrats. And they probably vote Democrat. I guarantee it.
Protests, Anheuser-Busch, etc. We're just not going to buy their beer. I'm okay with that. But destroying public property, there is no place for that. I agree with Kevin. Lock them up and set an example that this is not what we're going to tolerate in this country.
Obviously, the violence is completely unacceptable, and these people will go to jail. I mean, you can't burn a dealership and not get caught eventually and go to jail. But it is, again,
you can't burn a dealership and not go to jail. Yeah, well, you tell that to all the BLM rioters. Yeah, the thousands and thousands of BLM rioters that not only rioted in the street for days and weeks on end, but more than likely, this is a conspiracy theory, but I'm going to say it anyways because I genuinely believe it's true, were paid by people in coordinated government, well, not government officials, but coordinated government acts like George Soros and many others. I genuinely believe a lot of the people that are like Antifa or the BLM rioters back then were actually paid to do what they do and do what they did. You want to sit there and say that, oh, they're going to go to jail for doing this. Okay, yeah, you tell that to the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of BLM rioters. None of them went to jail. Maybe some went to jail, but most of them didn't go to jail.
broader question here about has it crossed the line when people are sort of rooting for the failure of a company?
Well, first of all,
no, it doesn't cross the line. You could root, you could protest, you could root for the failure of a company. But vandalizing property and doing damage to property that is not yours is wrong. That's the fucking point. Why are we even having this fucking moronic ass conversation? What the fuck? What the hell? How is this even a conversation? This should be just known. This is where proper morals comes into play. And having the proper ethics. You don't that'd be like me going to every single house on my street and just purposely ripping off and burning the siding of other people's houses. For what? Because what? Because they voted right or they voted left? No, that's not right. What the hell? Like, why are we even having this kind of conversation?
I say, until yesterday, I think I was one of the only Democratic elected officials to unambiguously
Why is it so hard to grasp that concept and that moral right?
I don't think you have to be tough on crime to do that. As you know, my grandfather is part of Gandhi's Satyagraha movement, independence movement. He said sabotage is a form of violence. I mean, this is not the best form of protest, and it's not the tradition. The second point is, I'm not going to root against Tesla.
Okay, I want to look up something real quick. I want to look up the definition of protesting. Hold on. Okay, so here's the definition of protesting. Okay? The expression of disapproval of or objection to something, aka expression. Okay? It doesn't mean you go out and vandalize. It doesn't mean you go out and harm other people physically. Okay? Yeah, you can stand in the streets. You can wave your fucking flags. You can fucking stand in the streets and wave your fucking magic fucking wand and hope to God that this stuff will come down. But going out and vandalizing property is not right. Why are we even having this fucking conversation? What the fuck? Here we go. Look, what is the simple definition of protest?
A protest is a public expression of disapproval or objection,
often involving a group of people gathering to show their disagreement with something. Keyword, show. Okay? Another keyword is expression. Okay? It's an expression. Okay? And you show it. You don't physically and go out and vandalize property. Like, what the
There are 20,000 people who work in my district who make a living off this. They're building electric vehicles that ultimately are good for the climate. I have huge problems with what Elon Musk is doing. Have the protest and the conversation and criticism of Musk. Don't take it out on a company where you have workers, where you have engineers, where you have scientists, which are creating wealth for the country, which is helping the climate. And I think Democrats have to be able to offer common sense perspectives. Focus on what the problem is with Musk. Don't focus on the...
And that's the other thing he just said. It's common sense. The left and the majority of Democrats have lost common fucking sense. Okay? Just like how they've been advocating for,
we care about women's rights,
but then you allow men to compete in women's sports. You understand how long it's taken for women to have their own sports and their own sport or sports? And then all of a sudden, randomly, you're like, oh,
well, if you want to remove your P and add a V, well, you're a woman, okay? You can think, feel, and believe whatever you want, okay?
But since I'm a white male, I can think and feel and believe that I'm a black man making $1 million a year and I'm a lawyer without any of that. Yeah, makes a lot of fucking sense. I can walk down the fucking street if to believe I'm a fucking unicorn. The fuck? Y'all have literally lost common fucking sense.
The wealth of the company.
On the other side of things, here is what the Commerce Secretary, the actual Commerce Secretary, is saying on TV just tonight about a publicly traded stock. Listen.
Okay.
Indian America.
I want to learn something on this show tonight. Buy Tesla. It's unbelievable that this guy's stock is this cheap. It'll never be this cheap again. When people understand the things he's building, the robots he's building, the technology he's building, people are going to be dreaming of today and Jesse Waters and thinking, gosh, I should have bought Elon Musk's stock.
Is it that bad?
I mean, isn't it a conservative principle that the government shouldn't be picking winners and losers?
Why don't we ask ourselves about the market? It's down 8 to 20% depending on the sector you look at.
And this is something that I can't stand. Like, you know, these people are like, oh, well, stocks are down. Blah, blah, blah. You do realize that stocks change rapidly, right? You do realize that one day you could wake up, stocks can be down 30+%. The next day you wake up 24 hours later and they're up 30+%. Like, oh my God, man. Again, they lack literally common sense. It's like we need to normalize long-term thinking and not short-term thinking, because the majority of people literally think short-term. The majority of people have the memory of a fucking goldfish. The majority of people have the IQ equivalent to a piece of gravel that I run over every fucking day. The fuck?
Tech is down. Tesla's down. We're having a market correction. Happens every 18 to 20 months. And EVs are under pressure because of lots of competition, including from China.
Yeah.
And so there's a reason. It's not just the fact that it's a political issue around Doge.
Well, then
that
why
the
is
stock
Lutnick
down.
saying? Why is he saying that if it's not about politics? He seems to think that it is because he's saying, "Oh, I'm going to use my platform as the Commerce Secretary to tell people how to buy and sell stocks."
Well, Howard's actually a private sector guy. He's well known.
I get that. He's got a government job now.
You know,
right?
and there's merit to maybe having
With
somebody
ethics.
that worked on Wall Street for that long in that position. But at the end of the day, when people say, "Oh, Tesla's down because it's a political problem,"
Hey, I don't know.
Stock's down. That's a very.
Oh my God, man. So let me put this into perspective. Okay. I'm no veterinarian. I never went to school to be a vet. But I know the difference between a fucking cat and a fucking dog and a fucking salamander and a fucking iguana and a fucking finch fucking bird and a fucking robin and a fucking cardinal and a fucking blue jay and a fucking bluegill and a sunfish and a fucking catfish and a fucking walleye. But I'm no fucking veterinarian. The fuck?
Powerful stock.
But why would they get mad about that? Like he gave
Because
they
they're
gave
literally
people
fucking
games to
retarded,
government
bro.
employees.
Like, that's why
But
they're
not for
mad. They are legitimately fucking retarded.